Hey everybody, it's Benjamin here at the Centaur Fragrance channel. Today we're going to be talking about Instant Crush by Mancera. Yeah, that's what we're talking about today. A beautiful fragrance. We got to talk all about it and let y'all know how this stuff smells. First off, I was generously sent this decant from Luxury Scent Box. Check them out in the description below if you do want luxury decants of high-end niche fragrances. So let's talk about this fragrance. Let's see what we're getting into. I do want to summarize this fragrance real quick. I'd like to do that before we jump into the nitty gritty. This is a beautiful vanilla sandalwood fragrance. To me, then the big notes that really play also a big character to the fragrance is saffron, and it's just beautiful, and ginger. I do feel like the ginger comes through in a very nice way. But mostly the heart of this fragrance, what you mostly smell, is sandalwood and vanilla, and it's really nice. There's Egyptian, jasmine, and there's a lot more notes in this fragrance. There's a lot of complexity. There's some citrus off the top. It's really a really nice fragrance. It's really playful. It's really sweet. Of course, it's a vanilla-based fragrance. It's really sweet stuff. Really nice, really fresh, but also, kind of dries down to something more sweet, more playful, and there aren't a lot of vanilla fragrances that are really kind of focused on a lot of sandalwood and a lot of vanilla. So this fragrance comes off very, very smooth, very creamy, very well-rounded. The ginger adds a really nice a little bit of spice, but it's not sharp spice. It's not like black pepper. Cardamom is more, to me, sometimes can be quite fresh and has like a gray kind of tone. It blends perfectly with lavender. Ginger has a little bit more of like a brighter feel. Ginger can actually be quite citrusy. And I think that this fragrance is such a big seller, a big top seller, and people love this fragrance so much because it's bright, it's happy, it's cheerful. There's a little bit of bergamot and some citrus and some florals on the top. And then the ginger comes through and adds a tiny bit of zing, and it adds the freshness, and it adds a little bit of something that is really, it's kind of calming in a way. Ginger can be invigorating if used in high concentrations, but if it's just used a little bit in something sweet and smooth, to me, ginger is just really calming. It smells like home. It smells a little bit like it can smell like the holidays. It's just a really, really nice fragrance. To me, the vanilla in this fragrance is something that's in between more of that airy, musky vanilla and that culinary, dark, boozy vanilla. Like the stuff like the vanilla pods soaked in the alcohol. This is something in between. Maybe a little bit more on the musky, powdery side of vanilla, but it's still a very nice vanilla. It is, I guess, more on that cloudy, white side of vanilla instead of the dark boozy side. Anyways, it's just a beautiful fragrance. I do have to share my personal opinions about how I feel about it later in the video, so stay tuned for my personal opinion. But overall, this stuff flies off the shelves. It's a top seller. It's a big seller, and people really love this stuff. And I do feel like it's perfectly unisex. All fragrances really are unisex. Anybody could wear anything, but this stuff is really unisex. If you like your Dior Homme with the iris, your Dior Homme Intense with the iris, I think that you really will like this kind of stuff. It's sweet, it's playful, and it's really nice. Anyways, performance-wise, I got 7, 8, maybe 9 hours if I was lucky. Projection was kind of more average. Sillage was actually pretty good. When I walked past people could pick up on my scent trail. People picked up on the fragrance when I walked past people. Projection was good, maybe slightly above average, but it wasn't exactly a beast mode. I actually really like this kind of performance that comes from Mancera's a lot of the time. They give you solid performance. They'll get you through a working day, 8 hours or so, or even more. And the projection, really is pretty consistent. It doesn't really die down to a skin scent and, go away and become weak anytime soon. It really holds on. And the sillage is quite nice. But it's not overbearing. It's not overtly strong. It's not too much. So I really like the performance of Mancera fragrances a lot of the time. So solid release through and through. A great release. Anyways, with the compliment factor, People like this fragrance. I don't know if it's a to die for fragrance. It's not overtly, attractive or seductive, and it's not, super bright and cheerful to be worn, kind of, 24/7. This fragrance is a 24/7 all year fragrance. I don't think it will be good for the high heat of the summer, but it will do good just all year round. I don't know if it's a good summer fragrance in general, but spring, especially the fall and winter, this is just going to do you right anytime, anywhere. It's not going to become cloying. I think that this fragrance isn't easily going to become cloying, but it definitely has the potential. Anyways, it's a really nice fragrance, compliment factor wise. People loved it. It is again more on the unisex side. I feel again, personally for me, liking more masculine fragrances. I feel like this personally would be better for maybe a younger man. Maybe a guy who's more comfortable with his feelings, or maybe a young lady, like a confident lady. This isn't a girly girl fragrance, but I do feel like a lady could very comfortably wear this, and it would be gorgeous on a lady. I would love a lady to wear this, and I might just be smitten, because it has character, it has confidence, and it's playful, and it still has some youthfulness to it. It's really nice. It's a really nice fragrance. With my personal thought, I gotta talk about the price first before my personal thoughts. Price wise, y'all know that you can get a good Mancera fragrance for 150 to 180. That's kind of where this fragrance is fluctuating. There's not a lot of discounts on it, but if you wait, you might be able to get this fragrance closer to the 120 range if you look for a good deal. I don't think this fragrance is going to go on the gray market and get liquidated anytime soon. Some Manceras you can find closer to the 80, 90, $100 range, but those usually, have been out for a while and might not be the most desirable ones. So I don't think this one's going to get cheap anytime soon. But they give you good performance. I think you get your money's worth with a Mancera. So don't be shy with it if you want this kind of fragrance. It smells really nice. Anyways, my final thoughts are that I appreciate this fragrance and I like it. If you want to know about my personal taste, I personally won't be wearing this fragrance. I heavily respect it. I enjoy it. I like the smell, but it doesn't have enough. I wanted like more saffron. I want more leather. Maybe a lot of ginger to the fragrance. This fragrance is really smooth and through, and that can make it, even though it's a complex fragrance and it has character, it can seem a little bit linear if you're a big niche head. This fragrance might not have enough complexity for you. For me personally, I wanted the sandalwood to be a lot stronger, to punch out. I wanted a lot of saffron, and I might have even wanted a little bit of maybe some heliotrope, maybe a little bit of nuttiness to come through. Just something to really give this fragrance a real punch of character. This fragrance is definitely more on the smooth side of things, well-rounded side of things. I like things to be smooth, but I think this one is very well-rounded, and I like fragrances to have a little bit, the notes to stand out a little bit more. If I didn't tell you that ginger was in this fragrance, you might not know that there's ginger in it. If you're familiar with fragrances, you probably know that there's vanilla, and you might be able to tell that there's sandalwood, but overall, it's really hard to tell what's in this fragrance. Anyways, really nice fragrance through and through. Enjoy it. It's really nice. But those are just my personal thoughts. It does get a big thumb up of approval. It does get, 2 thumbs up. It's a good fragrance, and it sells a lot, and it sells well for a good reason. It's just a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. It's a nice one. Check it out, and definitely get your opinion on it in the comment section below. Let me know if you smelled this fragrance before, if you own this fragrance, what you think about it. I don't know that this smells like a lot of fragrances out there. The sweetness might distantly remind you of something like the Chronic by Byron. A lot of people say it smells like Baccarat Rouge 540. I really didn't want to mention that at all because to me it doesn't smell like Baccarat Rouge 540 really at all. Sure, the airy, almost musky sweetness to this can distantly remind you of it, but to me it doesn't smell like Baccarat Rouge 540. If it smells like anything, it smells like the Chronic by Byron to me, but only distantly. I think that this is really its own fragrance. I don't think that this is too much of a copycat. it is a little bit of a copycat, but not too much. They didn't completely just, rip another fragrance. They put their own spin on it for sure. So Instant Crush is a nice fragrance. Check it out. It's good stuff. Wear what you love. Rock what you got. I'll see y'all next time, my friends. And if you do like my content, please below like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the video, and when you hit notifications, hit all notifications so you don't you don't miss out on my regular content. I've been uploading just about every day, so don't miss out on an episode. I'll see y'all next time, my friends. This is the Scented Our Fragrance channel, talking about all those great smelly things for y'all and with y'all. So I'll see y'all next time, my friends, and bye.